All right. This will be Defund the Police Part 6. So I had a quick thought here while I was eating my delicious veggie burger dinner. And so you look at where all these stuff's happening. They're talking about defunding the police and got people kneeling down saying they're sorry, white privilege and all this and other stuff. These are all like them sanctuary cities and stuff. Now these people don't want to go after the criminals in the streets now. They don't want to give the illegals who have criminal records over to ICE and stuff so they can be deported. Like I said, prisons are overcrowding, and as far as I'm concerned, 2-3 strikes instead of you're out prison for the rest of your life, and we have to take care of you. That's it. Gas or electric, buddy. Which one do you want? Or the giant microwave option, do them a dozen at a time like Hot Pockets. So I know that's harsh to people like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and all kinds of people would be like, oh my God, can you believe this? Oh, well, what are we going to do? So I was thinking about it, that they won't turn people over to ICE. They don't want to arrest these people, or they want to arrest them, or don't want to arrest them. Prisons are overcrowded and all this. What are we going to do with them? I got an idea. They're going to come live with you, Stephen Colbert. They're going to come live with you, Jimmy Kimmel. Both you guys. And the rest of the bleeding hearts out. Nancy Pelosi, Obama. Guess what? You're going to get 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of these people that are out in the streets right now. The people that ICE, the sanctuary cities won't turn over to ICE. They're going to come live with you, and we don't have to pay to keep them in prison. You get to support them. They're going to come live with you, and you get to support them. The richer you are, the more of these people you get. Do you understand? That's how it works. Whoopi Goldberg, all you people don't want to turn these people over to ICE, don't want to lock anybody up. These peaceful protesters out there that are beating cops and stuff, when we get a hold of them, we arrest them and everything. They're coming to live with you. The richer you are, the more you get in your house with you and your family. Nope, your family can't leave. You can't leave. You got to live amongst them. You understand? They're coming to your house. We're not going to put them in prison. You're going to be responsible for them. They're going to come live with you and your family. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, all you people, Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah, they're coming to live with you. Oprah, you ought to be able to take a slew of them. You ought to be able to take a whole bunch of them, Oprah. They're coming to live with you. You too, Obama, you ought to be able to take a whole bunch of them up there in Martha's Vineyard up there. You ought to be able to at least get 2-3 dozen up there with you, coming to live with you, Mr. Obama. Oprah, you same thing, 2-3 dozen of America's fine youth that you see out in the streets, and these illegals that are wanted for rape and stuff like that. They're coming to live with you. You understand? You don't like my idea, let's get rid of them. They're coming to live with you. And you're paying the cost, because we're not going to pay to put them in prison no more. We're not going to pay. We're not going to pay the cost to feed and clothe and house them, give them free medical and all that. That's all on you now. The richer you are, there's my thing. You want the rich to have to pay their share? Here's where you pay your share. Here is where you pay your share. They are coming to live with you. And the more well-to-do you are, the more of them you get to take in and feed and clothe and watch over. They're coming to live with you and your families. So that's the wonderful thought I had while I was eating my dinner. What do we do with these people? You're not going to like my idea. Let's, 2-3 strikes. I say 2 strikes. All right, third strike, all right. No, should be 2. Well, it depends what it is. Some will give 2, some will 3. Gas or electric, buddy. gas or electric. You don't like that? Well, we're not going to pay the cost to keep them in prison no more. You morons would take meat from a child's school lunch instead of saying, hey, because of cow farts, you would take meat from a child's school lunch instead of taking meat from these fine, upstanding people in our penitentiary system. Well, if that's the way you think, and you don't want to cull the herd, my idea was to keep shedding tears for all these people that can't get their act together, keep going out and committing crimes, and then, have a run-in with the cops. He wants to keep having to shed tears for them. Here's my idea. They're coming to live with you. How's that? What do you think, everybody? Sound good? Sound like a plan? All right. So there was my little idea there while I was eating dinner. My other idea, and I got another idea. I know the Baha'i faith teaches someday, we're going to have a world currency that'll make things fair for all nations and stuff and everything. I'm thinking with counterfeiting and everything, you see that going on, and that money being used, all how money and drugs and everything go together. Go to a debit system. Everyone gets a debit card. Your bank account will now have a retirement fund standard, a medical fund standard, a savings fund standard, your regular checking account, if you got a business account, whatever. Any money's owed to you, it's all electronically put into your account, divided up automatically, 2% to this, 2% to that, whatever. Well, look at the figures, and if you're just whatever job you work McDonald's, whatever, automatic deposit, no more checks, paychecks, automatic deposit. You have to have a life account, and there'll be an account for your burial. There'll be an account for medical. There'll be an account for retirement, and we'll figure out, how to break that up, and so people have something towards that, instead of this whole idea of, just the super rich paying 90% in taxes and paying for everything, and paying for all these social programs and stuff and everything. I think people should pay their fair amount of taxes. Don't get me wrong. But you got to look like LeBron James and stuff. He went to Florida because Florida don't have a state income tax. You understand? When he did that and everything. So, and you raised to 90, let's see. You raise the income tax to 70, 80, 90%, right? You think these basketball players, football players, stuff with these big, super huge contracts aren't then going to ask for money? How about these actors? How about all you actors who think this is a good idea? See, we're going to give you $20 million for a movie. 90% is going to go to taxes. Do you people out there realize that 10% that's left over isn't enough to pay the mortgage on their big ass mansion or their mansions that they have around? So what are they going to do? They're going to ask for more money to make up the loss. That's all. And any corporation, any CEO and all, that's all they're going to do. And when that cost will get passed down to you eventually, the consumer, in one way or another. Movie tickets will go even higher than they are now. Hollywood will move to another country somewhere. They'll make the movies there. The actors will all have places there so that they don't have to pay the 90% tax. See, people are so full of crap. Why do you have to be full of crap anymore? Don't matter what side you're in. Why do you have to be full of crap? People don't think, yeah, let's make them rich pay. It's going to cost you in the end, no matter what. Because money has to circulate. It has got to circulate. Bill Gates, whoever, they build a company, they bust their asses, they build it, and now they're evil. They're evil because they make so much money. You don't see them people telling actors and stuff they're evil. You're rich. You made tons of money off that movie. You made $100 million off of that movie. You're evil. They don't tell them that. They don't tell the athletes, hey, you're evil. You're making too much money. Don't tell them that. Nope. It's only ones they can point to and say it's white privilege. Try to say it's white privilege. Corporations, oh, you're evil. You're making too much money. I agree. There's things we need to do to tax code and stuff and everything. Like I don't believe there should be a sales tax in any state. It should be income tax. Every state should have income tax. Because look at it now. You get taxed federal, you get taxed state, and then anything you keep, when you spend it, they tax you again. So they're really not letting you keep it anyway. And we're going to tax you on what you spend. Then you had bozos saying they were going to tax you also on what you saved, because the money wasn't circulating. There's no common sense no more. We could lower the cost of the military and stuff. Save money there, save money in the prison system. We could start spending money in our education system, spend money to rebuild our inner cities, all these burned out crack houses and stuff, put people to work. Get them off of welfare stuff, save money there. Get rid of sales taxes, all these other extra taxes. And then in your state, see, you would have more control over what your money went to. Like, no, we don't want our taxes going to abortion. No federal money no funny money should go to abortion. Each state make up their mind what they're doing on abortion and all this and everything. Taxpayers say, hell no, you ain't using my money to kill babies. Then they don't use it there in that state to kill babies. No federal money should go for that. See, that would give people more control. The politicians don't want that. Politicians do not want you to have more knowledge about what they're doing with your money, and to have you have that control at the local level. They want to shove everything into this big federal bureaucracy, and then to be dole it out into all these nonsensical programs, even if you look at like Obamacare and stuff like this and everything, it's like, oh, don't read it, just, there's a lot of questions to go with that. At what point, like an 80-year-old needs a liver transplant or whatever and stuff, and they're going to give them another couple of years of life, whatever. Do we spend the money on that? Who makes those decisions? Who gets to make those types of decisions? Does a convict, somebody with a criminal record, should they have, when they get out of prison, should they also have free medical at the expense of working America? Some yahoo does something when he's 18, he goes to prison for 10 years, he comes out, he's got free medical and dental. That makes sense to you? You're busting your ass, take care of your family, support your family. This bozo's already in prison getting 3 squares and everything, getting his medical and dental, and he's in prison. He comes out and he's got free medical and dental. He ain't got to work. They're going to give him a check to sit on his ass, smoke weed, and have free medical and dental. That makes sense to you? People are insane. Don't give them rapists and thugs and stuff that, are being held in the jails that are illegal. Don't give them to ISIS to get them the hell out of here. No, let them out back on the street. Just turn them loose, let them back on the well, no, they're not going on the street no more. They are coming to your house, Oprah. You understand? They're coming to your house, Jimmy Kimmel. They're coming to your house, Stephen Colbert. Any of you left-wing people. Whoopi, who else is there? Who are the biggest mouths out there? Some of them people on daytime morning show, news shows, Good Morning America and stuff like that, those other shows. Definitely. Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon, you are definitely gonna get a whole bunch of people who ought to be going to prison to come live at your house. You are definitely gonna get a whole bunch of people who should have been turned over to ICE. They're gonna come live at your house. You have to support them. You have to watch over them. You're responsible for them. If they hurt anybody else, we're coming after you too. You understand that? Let's quit all the talk and stuff. Let's get down to where the rubber meets the road. What are we going to do? We know what the problems are. What are we going to do? You know the sayings, Let's get down to where the rubber hits the road. Talk is cheap. Let's get with it. You don't think they should go to prison? You don't think they should be deported and stuff, everything? What are we supposed to do with them? Turn them on the street? We're not turning them on the street. They're coming to live with you. Because that's what you're doing to the lower rungs of society. You're turning them loose in our neighborhoods, on our families. See, you won't ever see or hear from them where you live. You won't ever, not unless you get another Charlie Manson type guy. You won't ever see or hear of them, ever. In your neighborhood. But now you will, because you're gonna have to make room. Hot damn, you're gonna have to get that exercise bicycle and that other stuff out of that spare room. You got some company coming. You're gonna get these people. You don't like the gas or electric choice? Get ready for some company. And the richer you are, the more you take. Just like, you think you should raise the tax rate super high? Well, here you go. The richer you are, the more of these people you get to come live with you, and you take care of them. That's doing your part for your leftist cause. You got all your minions out there sold out on, they should go kill and loot and do all this other stuff. Well, now it's your turn to do your part. You're going to have to house some of these people right there with your families. And I wish you all the best out there, everybody. Be careful out there. And good night. God bless. Adios.